Ahead of next meeting, PDP House of Reps members demand Damagum's resignation as Wike Fubara feud splits the party. I will be hanging out with Babajide Kolade Otitoju and Olayinka Uyegbile. Journalist Hangout starts now. Yes, we're still keeping tabs on the efforts by the federal government to boost the value of the naira against the dollar. The Central Bank of Nigeria has stepped up its efforts to boost foreign exchange liquidity in the economy with a new circular mandating deposit money banks to stop the use of foreign currencies as collateral for naira loans within 90 days. The development had happened as the naira rose against the dollar at both official and parallel markets on Monday, as the CBN policy stress test banks. Naira is getting close to 1,000 to a dollar. BKO, yes, we've seen the downward movement of the dollar against the naira in recent times, but this is more like a suggestion that local currency could be out of the woods, so do you think?
Yes, we're getting there gradually. And as I've said last week, what the CBN is doing now is what some of us wanted. As long as much as on LD to deplete your reserves by using precious foreign reserves to defend the naira, you must come up, even if you've adopted flotation, currency flotation, you must do what is called managed float. The managed float does not mean that the value of the currency will no longer be determined by market forces. It simply means that you interfere on a minimal basis. You can't leave it strictly to market forces to decide. Today, people say, oh, they are back to what Emefiele used to do. It's the height of ignorance to say that. During Emefiele's time, we had the fixed currency regime, whereby fixed exchange rate regime, that's what I meant, whereby the government decided, the CBN decided the official exchange rate, 460 to the dollar. And then in the parallel market, it will go for as high as 750, 730 and all that. Right now, even the CBN governor, and I repeat, even the CBN governor does not know at what price the naira will exchange tomorrow. Why am I even saying tomorrow? The CBN governor cannot determine at what rate the naira will close to the dollar on a given day.
Right.
It is determined by the quantum of trading at the AFEM, which is the only mainstream foreign exchange market that the CBN recognizes. Everyone goes there. You go and trade. They find the average based on transactions on a given day. They find the average. It's that average that is used to determine the value of the naira on a given day. You see that every day it changes. If it was a fixed currency exchange rate regime, it won't be changing every day. So we can only sympathize with those who sit on social media and talk about things that they know next to nothing about. Sometimes these issues are simply ideological. Oh, this is your projection because it's not working. You then decide that, no, this, because I'm hearing people say, oh, they started spending money from the reserves. They started depleting the reserves and all that. I saw a publication that once projected that the naira will get to 3,000. reporting that, oh, they've started depleting the reserves. You see, when people seek knowledge, there's a lot that they can get to know.
Right.
There are different measures that Cardoso has come up with that have helped to not just improve liquidity, forex liquidity, but have also helped to restore some level of sanity. Sanity that was not there. Before now, if they gave you, if somebody sent money to you
Right.
from the UK, they will pay you.
The foreign currency.
Yes. Today, they will pay you in Naira. Nobody will give you. Now, the EFCC just warned that it will begin to go after those collecting school fees, collecting hotel rates and all that in foreign currency. This madness had persisted for so long and accounts for the unbridled appetite for the dollar. If we can moderate these things,
right,
that appetite, because it's unusual, it's unreal. Let me also say, and let Nigerians know, that the president had a meeting with governors recently, and he told them, I'm aware of what you guys do once
you get the allocations.
Yeah. Convert them to
behave yourselves. We've always had that every time they pay allocation, the rate jumps.
Yeah.
We've got to find a way to stop some of those things going on. They want them. We cannot. Then we are selling treasury bills at a rate that is attractive. So foreign direct investment, not foreign direct investment, foreign portfolio investments are coming in because those people are attracted by the rate that we are selling bonds, treasury bills and all that. They are coming, they are buying. It's also giving us more liquidity. Then the moment you cleared the outstanding of those airlines, you have more money now to fund the foreign exchange market. Cardoso came in, he made it clear what his intentions are. He doesn't want those debts to be there. As long as those debts are there, there's no foreign investor that want to come to this country. What's the point in coming to a country where you work hard and you can't repatriate your money? So these things are commonsensical. The man faced that issue. He continued to pay until he cleared everything. He got a foreign accounting firm, audit firm, to look into
the claims
that they did in the past. There were occasions when somebody asked for $20. I'm using an example. And they will pay him $200. They will go behind and collect the excess.
Yes, right.
That person too will be given some more money. This was how we were bleeding Nigeria. They discovered the illegitimate claims and refused to pay those ones. So people sit on social media and simply say, oh, they are defending this. How did they know? It's only the CBN that has the dashboard. These are just, let me suggest, it could be this is what they are doing. They are just guessing. But a man who can find up to 7 billion to pay a backlog of forex commitments, are you saying he will not be able to find money now that he has cleared it to supply the market? That's what they are doing. Then what's it called? The diaspora remittances. It has gone up because it's also commonsensical that at a time when the Naira is weak,
they send
more money. Somebody who had not planned to build a house a long time ago, when he looks at the exchange, if I send money, it's a lot of money, I can finish my house in no time. This is what is happening.
Right.
And those are legitimate means through which forex comes into our country.
Right.
You cannot send foreign direct investment through the roadside BDCs. No one can do that.
No word.
So the man has done a lot to sanitize. You may not give him credit. But one of the best appointments that Asiwaju made was in bringing Cardoso. He knows him very well. Right. And he has integrity. Right. Cardoso said something the other day. He said, if I have proof that your forex is illicit in nature, I swear to God, I will take it from you. People have had that. Some of the irregularities happening in the banks, that's what the Guardian report is saying. Oh, those irregularities have been dealt with. Right. Sanity has come in now. Yeah. Liquidity has improved. Yeah. With the improvement in liquidity, the Naira is bound to get stronger. Yeah. And we can only advise them. Why am I even advising them? Don't keep your dollars. don't keep it under your bed where you kept it. You are the ones who will lose at the end of the day.
All right, point taken, BK. Double O, with this, let's also not forget the CBN suspending the use of foreign currency-denominated collaterals now for Naira loans. What are your thoughts on this and the likely implications?
Well, when I read that, I was shocked because when we are crying that Naira is losing value or Naira, dollar is going up against Naira, why will it not go up? I come to you, I collect a loan in Naira, you are now asking me to give dollar as security. Why? I mean, it shouldn't be. I'm surprised that the bank, the central bank allowed that to go on for that long. And it is good that the CBN has seen that now and stopped it. Because you cannot call your own money, I mean, let's go back to the 80s when the late Idi Amin asked the central bank governor then to print more money. And the man said, no, the money will turn to shit. He said, oh, you call Uganda money, shit money, and I mean, it might be a joke, but whatever it is, if you call your money, if you don't regard your own money, nobody will regard it. Sure. Why should I get a loan in Naira and you ask me to give you dollar in security? Sure. If I had that dollar, will I come and collect loan in Naira? So that will force those people who are seeking for those loans to go and look for Naira and to go and look for dollar in whichever way they can get it. Therefore, it will make the dollar to continue to appreciate against the Naira. So it is a good thing that we are, the central bank now has come with that decision. Right. We must, in every way, make our own money important. You cannot, it is only in Nigeria that you will travel to, you will go to schools or you will go to the hotel or something, they will ask you to pay in Naira, in dollar. Why? Our money is Naira. The only people that can be made to pay in dollars are foreigners. Or maybe Nigerians who are resident abroad, if they come and they want to pay in dollars. I mean, so why should Nigerians, I mean, it has become a status symbol thing. You go to parties, people are, in fact, nowadays, many of them don't even spray Naira now, it is dollars. So why should we continue to disregard our own money and continue to overvalue another man's currency? It's the same thing that is happening in all spheres of our lives. Right. We continue to glorify others and then bring our own down. The central bank, I love this that the central bank has done. That look, Naira loan must be secured in Naira, right. not dollar. Why?
In fact, from the risk management perspective,
yes,
it makes absolutely no sense.
Exactly.
If you bought the Naira, given the volatility that we are experiencing, in my adult life, I've never seen where the Naira appreciated against the dollar like this. Never.
Yeah.
And I challenge anyone who has seen where it happened. You can
in
say,
so short a time.
Yes, within so short a time. Not even during Soludo's time. That is the closest that I can remember. Yes. But it wasn't close to this. The Naira gained more than 350 Naira within so short a time against the dollar. Now, if you got a loan and you secured the loan with the dollar at a time when the dollar exchange, the Naira exchange to the dollar at 1,900. With this volatility, you can see that everything will have collapsed. The security that you think you have, you don't have.
You don't have it. You don't have it.
Because the currency has diminished in value, at least in exchange to our currency.
We have.
So what happens to that loan? It creates all kinds of problems.
Right.
So it's purely from the risk management perspective that they are thinking, no, let's not do it this way. Use our currency. And then even the hunger for the dollar will also reduce. These people know what they are doing. They have been in this sector. They understand some of the crookedness that is going on in the sector. And they are taking steps to address the crookedness. Yeah. If we make the dollar much more available to buyers, to people who need it, that does not necessarily mean that you are defending the currency.
No,
you are just doing your work.
Oh, yes.
I was telling someone, I went to someone's wall because I hate ignorance peddling. I went to someone's wall. I said, no. The fact that the CBN now supplies the market a lot more does not necessarily mean that they are using foreign reserve to defend
the Naira.
The CBN will have access. When they broke down how monies were coming in from domestic sources, we made more dollars from domestic sources in the month of March and February than from foreign sources. You understand? And they can use what they have. They have obligations. Even America will never leave its currency and just watch some bad people do all kinds of things that they like with it. It's a crooked market.
Yeah.
So that's not a market where you just leave them to do what they like.
No.
People stole money. People stole Nigerian money in Naira. And they know that the Naira is not stable. They were looking for a much more stable, much more reliable currency. And they kept going to the black market, changing this money and all that. And that, the person who has stolen money, and a lot of them, they have a career.
Yeah.
They made a career out of stealing our money. The level of theft that is going on in Abuja, without God's intervention, you cannot stop it.
Now, let me also raise that there are
so now, what I'm saying is, when you steal 300 million, for example, or you collected a bribe of 1 billion, no matter what the speculator tells you that this is the going rate, you are prepared.
You are prepared, of course.
Because you didn't work for it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like a thief.
Exactly.
Sitting in Abuja, a bloody thief.
You don't.
You do not. The person who sweated for his money will not agree to such a...
Why do people steal a vehicle worth £1 million Naira or more and sell it for just
because he didn't sweat for it. That's the same way they did.
Exactly.
Now, before now, did we have a situation in which black market rate was lower than official rate?
No.
We saw it. Even the president of Bureau de Change Operators,
Gwadabe,
Dr. Gwadabe, he said we are refusing to sell at the rate that the CBN told us to sell. That should tell you something.
Well, of course.
It does.
Yesterday, at a hotel here, one of the Bureau de Change people there said, "Okay, Naira has gone down. It's now 1,080. That is enough to send jitters down the spines of the people that Sunday Wale Adenino described as forex bandits. Because that's what they are. You stole our money. You got our money through illicit means. You are prepared to acquire dollars with it without looking back. It is thieves.
And it doesn't matter what rate they sell it to.
First-rate bandits that behave like that.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because it's not their money.
Yeah, now let me also raise this concern that the policies could stress test banks' relationship with many multinational companies with these policies. What do you make of this?
The policies are very good. Go to the social media handles of Mohalu. Mohalu was deputy governor of the CBN.
Yeah.
They managed the exchange rate competently during their time. Even the gap between the parallel and unofficial market during their time was less than 10 naira. We had a situation in the last dispensation where sometimes even the gap was close to 300.
Yeah.
Go and read what Mohalu is saying about this CBN government. After all, they don't belong to the same party. They do that. But he's saying that they are doing the right thing.
Right. Right.
If they are not doing the right thing, they will not admit it.
In
Because
fact,
it's someone that I know.
You know, in this business, you should listen to experts, people who have experienced it, who know what it is.
Right.
If it were to be a wrong policy, I don't think Moghalu will come out and say it is. Just as he said, they are not in the same party, they are not ideologically on the same plane. So he will tell you that, look, what you have done is wrong. But if he can come out and say it is...
On the right path.
So who are those Martins on social media who know next to nothing and will be mouthing phrases about how they are managing the foreign exchange and all that?
All right, let's quickly go on a very quick break. You're still on to Journalist Hangout. We'll have more discussions coming your way in just a moment. Just stay with us.
I actually came to pay the money for the recruitment consultancy you did for my company.
Beautiful.
I took 2 million.
Just hold on. I now collect dollars.
What?
Yes. I don't understand what's happening to Naira these days. So it's going to be 2 million times today's exchange rate.
Doctor, wait. Doctor, wait. Don't tell me you are one of those people who directly put pressure on the Naira and make it lose its value. You want to dollarize our economy and yet you pretend as if you don't know what is happening to the Naira. I've told you about how you abuse the Naira by spraying and stamping on it during your occasions. You deface and abuse the Naira as if it's not our national asset.
Chief, take it easy.
How? I will not take it easy. And neither will the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission Task Force on Currency Abuse and Forex Malpractice take it easy with you. They are coming for you. Desist from economic sabotage, or you will face the wrath of the law.
New beginnings are always colorful. When we celebrate the start of life's journey, we marry in colors. With our proudly Nigerian Dulux paints, now available in any color. Express your world however you want it. Visit a Dulux Color Center to get any color instantly. Dulux, let's color.
Welcome back. You're still on to the program. Now, the Eid al-Fitr, the Muslim festival marking the end of 1 month Ramadan fast, is upon us. And to ensure a hitch-free celebration across Nigeria, the Department of State Services, DSS, has urged Nigerians to be security conscious. In a message signed by the Director of Public Relations and Strategic Communications, Peter Afunaya, the DSS urges everyone to celebrate responsibly, exemplify the true essence of the event, and strive for common humanity based on harmonious coexistence, good conscience, and neighborliness. Meanwhile, the Ogun State Police Command announced that some parts of the state will witness increased roadblocks and patrol to checkmate criminalities during the Eid al-Fitr celebration. And the command also said its operatives have been deployed to man prayer grounds to ensure safety of lives and property during the festive period. Double O, I'll come to you on this because, you know, the festivity, like you said, like I read earlier, is upon us. And people are really getting ready to break their fast. But this concerns of security is still an issue. What do you make of this?
Yeah, it is a good thing that the security agencies are letting us know all the things that they have planned to make sure that there is security. And it is also something of a surprise that at this age or at this time, things like that are happening. I know that in the world has changed, even not only in Nigeria. Security has become something that everybody is conscious about. Gone were the days when, during these kind of festivities, you see a lot of crowds and everybody going, nobody cares. In fact, there were not even security agencies and a prayer ground, and whether it's a mosque or church and so on. But the world has changed. And I like that aspect that Ogun State has done.
Right.
Because in all honesty, I must confess to you that in the Southwest, Ogun State is becoming like a sore thumb. Criminal activities, all these calls and so on and so forth. And there is a need for special hand to handle this. And the commissioner, I want to challenge the commissioner to see that he deploys a lot of, sometimes it is not the number that you deploy that matters, but it's their expertise.
Right.
Because sometimes we always think it's numbers that matter. No, because you deploy 200 policemen does not mean they can man the place. Right. Sometimes 15 can even do better than those ones. Because what we need is for them to be super efficient. And it's also necessary that they are well equipped. Because a situation where you have them carry just AK-47 and all that, it may not help. AK-47, good, but they also need communication gadgets. Because when anything happens, if they communicate, are they able to get to the radio room or wherever, the emergency room and all that? These are the things that we must focus on. The security agencies must focus on equipping their men, because it is not numbers that matter, as I said earlier on. It is that gadget. You know, there are sometimes you see some, especially when you see foreign security agencies, you see the kind of gadget they are carrying on them. And you know that a simple press of a button on one like this, a signal is already wherever it will go. So we also need to study that and equip our security agencies in that light, right, to make sure that it is not their number, but they are also in terms of weapons.
Right. BKO, if you were to look at this situation critically from your own perspective, what would you suggest or what would you proffer as a means to address the situation of insecurity, knowing that the Ramadan fast is ending and people are going out to celebrate?
Yes, I agree absolutely with the DSS that this is a time for us to be really, really careful, security conscious, to report activities of suspicious people, and to be generally vigilant. And the DSS is saying, look, we are going to work with sister agencies to ensure that we protect our people better. And when you look at what the Ogun State Police Commissioner Abiodun Lamotu has done, it is the right thing to do. We always challenge the police to be proactive rather than being reactive. They have identified flashpoints, and they said all of those flashpoints, they are going to put their men. There will be much more patrols, you know. I've always preferred the vehicular patrols to even static checkpoints. The criminals fear vehicular patrols, you know, mobile. Yes, I mean, not than simply sitting, standing in one spot.
Because they know where they are.
So I prefer that. Now, they said what they will they've identified those flashpoints, and I was looking at those flashpoints. Onegari, which is around the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, is an old road linking Abeokuta to Ibadan or Meadio. Odeda community was the old Awolowo, old Awolowo farm
settlements,
farm centers and all that. The road is always quiet.
Right.
More people will use the other route. So for that reason, the police have decided to police that area because the place is quiet. They can easily kidnap people along. Then that same Onegari was notorious for kidnapping and all that. Then there is also the Foursquare area along this Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. You know, that Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, the bulk of it is in Ogun State territory. And we are seeing kidnappings happening on that road now. So then there is also Kenta, which is along Obafemi Awolowo, Obafe Old Express Road. That road links this Foursquare. So you can actually use another route, and come out around Foursquare. Again, the road is bad, and criminals use it to kidnap people. Then there is also the Ogere area. I think Alapaku or something. That area, they talked about that area. Then around the interchange, the Shagamu
interchange area.
Straight Gate. There's a place called Straight Gate. That's also an area that they are focusing on. And then the Long Bridge. This Long Bridge was where a general was killed. Years back. Everyone knows. If you're unlucky, you get caught in that area at night. Those boys will stab you, rob you, and run away. So it's proactive of the police commissioner in charge of Ogun State, Abiodun Alamutu, to have identified these areas, and the spokesperson, Motola Dutola, clearly listed those areas. It serves two purposes. It lets the people know that they will be protected.
It
also gives you an idea of where, where you don't have to go if you can avoid it. So this is the thing. So I'm happy with what they are doing, and I'm sure we'll be better protected during this festive period. Even the RRS in Lagos, they've also focused on that Long Bridge area. They go there in joint patrol, go there to try and secure that area, because the bad boys are many there. Under the bridge, they'll come out and just attack people. So,
but Double O, if you are to give your own final thoughts on this matter, what would you say as part of the security measures, what we can do individually? Because although the police has said, okay, these are the areas that they will man and ensure that everyone is protected, but individually as responsible citizens, what we can do?
As citizens also, part of the thing we can do is that if you need to travel that way, don't go very early and don't go too late. In fact, for now, most journeys is don't go too early and don't go too late. Because when you go too early, you might run into them. When you go too late, you might run into them. Because in actual fact also is that when you go too late, if anything happens, your car may break down or something else might happen, and then you run into them. So for you, what we advise is don't go early, don't go too late. And also keep your vehicles in good condition, especially commercial vehicles.
Right.
Because most of them, they know their vehicle is not in top condition, but they still want to make quick money because of the volume of people or the number of people traveling. So we must also protect ourselves and help the police.
Right.
And then they also talked about IEDs that we should, the DSS warned against IEDs. So in places like the Northeast, where Boko Haram is still rearing its ugly head, people have to be careful. This is the time when they like to kill as many people as possible. So the DSS has said we should watch out for IEDs. We should generally be security conscious.
Right. All right, let's quickly move on to our next issue of discussion, where it is no longer at ease in the camp of the main opposition People's Democratic Party, PDP. 60 members of the House of Representatives elected on the platform of the PDP demanded the resignation of the party's acting national chairman, Umar Damagum. The development was a fresh twist in the political war between the Rivers State Governor, Siminalayi Fubara, and the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike. The 60 lawmakers based their call for Damagum's resignation on his alleged silence amid the political crisis between Wike and Governor Fubara. Let's share the story by our correspondent, Joke Adisa, with you.
The crisis in Rivers State between the governor, Siminalayi Fubara, and his predecessor, Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, is taking a new turn. Ahead the National Executive Council meeting of the PDP, about 60 members of the party in the House of Representatives are pointing fingers at the acting national chairman, Umar Damagum, for alleged anti-party activities. They are also not at ease at the recent tenure extension accorded outgoing council chairman in Rivers State.
Following the removal of Senator Iyachua Ayu as national chairman of our party and assumption of office by Omar Iliya Damagum, who was elected as deputy national chairman to act in his state, the party has only known misfortune and abdicated its responsibility as the leading opposition party in the country.
There is always a time for governance and also a time for politics. This is the time for governance and not politics. On the streets of Rivers State, the Rivers people are united behind the governor that they elected.
The lawmakers threatened to quit the party over alleged manipulation of the caretaker committee list in Rivers State. The concerned legislators say it is high time the party's top seat was occupied by the North Central Zone, even as the alleged plot by the party's hierarchy to pave way for the planned impeachment of the governor.
Chairmen whose tenure are about to expire in Rivers were elected by the people of Rivers State. They were not elected by the courts. And they were elected on terms, and they were sworn in with a definite term lag, which is 3 years, I'm sure. So please, we are begging the judiciary not to cause chaos in Rivers.
The group wants the party's National Executive Committee to set up a panel that will probe all continuing acts of anti-party activities from the ward to the state levels from 2023 and met out appropriate sanctions to anyone found culpable. The People's Democratic Party has more than 100 members in the 10th House of Representatives who are now pitched against one another over the political logjam in Rivers State. With the minority leader of the House conspicuously absent at the news conference, the PDP is certainly divided against itself as keen watchers look on to see what happens to the party in the months and days ahead. Joke Adisa, TVC News, Abuja.
A report by our correspondent, Joke Adisa, what happens to the PDP in the months and days ahead. PKO, indeed, there are concerns that the party has really raised, the lawmakers, opposition lawmakers have raised now, but how do you see this affecting the unity of the party, and how do you think, or what do you think this is going to?
Well, it's up to the PDP to put its house in order. The PDP, for some time now, has not behaved like a serious party. A serious party will move in quickly and address the impasse in Rivers State. Even at this embryonic level, they didn't get involved. It took President Tinubu's from a rival party. And I looked at them at the level of the PDP Governors Forum. They could have intervened. They didn't intervene. A clear absence of leadership. Thorough incompetence of the leadership of the party. That's what we are seeing. Because how can you have a crisis like that involving a governor, and you have a governors forum? I mean, you have a PDP governors forum that didn't get involved to see how they could help their colleagues, to see how they could talk to both men, to put their selfishness aside and focus on the goal of making Rivers State a much better place. We are not saying that. Thorough absence of leadership. That's what we are seeing. Now, they are accusing Damagum of being in bed with the APC. I don't know whether they have an evidence of that. And if they have an evidence of Damagum being in bed with the APC, I think it makes sense for them to present the evidence instead of just saying things that they are sure would get journalists interested in their matter. Now, they also said that Magum is plotting to use the Federal High Court to legalize the extension of the tenure of Rivers State local government chairman, which they believe that Wike actually masterminded, or is the mastermind. They also accused him of plotting to, of not helping the party to retain the Southeast states. Again, I don't know what Damagum could have done if the people had made up their mind. Look at a place like Abia, for example.
Right.
It wasn't that the PDP didn't make efforts to rig, but the support for the little man, Alex Oti, was overwhelming.
Right.
They had cheated him in the past, but this time around, the people said no. And he triumphed. So what could Damagum have done to stop an Alex Oti from winning in Abia State? You know? And the 60 lawmakers also said that the 27 pro-Wike lawmakers who are seeking to impeach Fubara have the support of the acting national chairman. I mean, these allegations are really, really strong. But the minority leader of the House of Reps, Kingsley Chinda, his the deputy minority leader, Lima Daki, the minority whip, Alisa, the deputy minority whip, George Ozodinobi, described Ikenga Ugochinyere-led coalition as a body unknown to the parliament. They also accused them of using gutter language, which is unparliamentary, in their interface with the media. This is where we are. The PDP has an opportunity to redeem itself during its neck. Whatever decision that they are going to take must be in the overall interest of the party. And no individual can be bigger than the party.
Right.
They have to brush their selfishness aside and focus on the future of the party.
Right.
As far as Ugochinyere and others are concerned, it is the turn of the North Central to produce the national chairman of the party. Ahmadu Ali was national chairman of the party many years ago during the Obasanjo regime. So they want the leadership to go back to the North Central this time. But the NEC, which is the second most powerful organ of the party after the convention, has a decision to make. I'm interested in seeing what will happen because Wike has refused to leave the party.
Right.
He's still in the party, so I'm eager to see what will happen at the convention when he squares up with people like Atiku Abubakar who are also interested in the leadership of the party.
Let me hold your thoughts on this matter because we need to go on a very quick break. We'll return in just a moment to continue with our discussions. Just stay with us.
New beginnings are always colorful. When we celebrate the start of life's journey, we marry in colors. With our proudly Nigerian Dulux paints, now available in any color. Express your world however you want it. Visit a Dulux color center to get any color instantly.
Dulux, let's color. Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear.
Right, you're still on to the program, Journalist Hangout, and we're discussing the issue pertaining to the PDP, the lawmakers asking for the resignation of the acting national chairman of the party, Umar Damagum, aside from other issues the party has raised. But in your perspective, we've seen definitely how things have turned or how things went awry between Siminalayi Fubara and Wike, hoping that things would have gone, cemented since the intervention of President Tinubu. But now we're seeing this back and forth, and one is beginning to wonder what really went wrong between both camps.
Well, I must say that I'm honestly alarmed that the PDP is behaving the way it is. The way even the 60 lawmakers, what they addressed, they have not been able to face the issue clearly. If you are accusing Damagun of anti-party activities, what are you going to accuse Wike of? As far as I'm concerned, is Wike still a member of the PDP? I mean, if you look at it, the Yoruba would say, Igi Worokoti Daneru. I mean, as far as that party is concerned, the biggest problem they have today is Wike. But every one of them, they are trying to dodge it. Wike has become such a powerful force that that is the problem you are having in your party. You can't send him away. You can't discipline him. Is it that if they discipline him, the party will collapse completely? Is it that the party will collapse in Rivers? Is it that it will collapse in the Southeast? Or it will collapse in the whole of Nigeria? There are people who have done nothing as grievous as Wike has been doing in the party, and they have been expelled or they have been suspended. But every one of them, when it comes to Wike is like a mighty force that everybody is trying to avoid. Why?
Because it's strong.
He's strong in Rivers or he's strong nationally?
He's strong nationally. There were people contested in different states that Wike also supported them to win in their states. So
okay, if you look
at Edo, for example, a faction of the party in Edo is with him.
Okay.
He has spread his tentacles beyond Rivers. Wike has, if Wike was just
so that means he's bigger than the party then?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I mean, if he was, because maybe you thought that beyond Rivers he doesn't have influence.
No.
His performance in the convention, the presidential convention, you know that if the Atiku and Tambu had not teamed up, Wike will have won he most likely will have won.
Okay.
So he has his supporters within the party.
So that's why they are afraid to deal with
different parts of the...
Then it's bigger than the party. Well, then they should just call it Wike PDP. That's all.
Well,
and that's where I'm going.
That is up to them.
As far as I'm concerned,
I'm just answering the question.
No man is bigger than the institution.
Of course, nobody can be bigger than
the
party.
PDP will still retain him, and is causing trouble all over the place, they can't deal with him, then they should call it...
No, he's causing trouble in Rivers. They should address the problem of Rivers.
He's spreading to other states.
No, he's not causing
So
problem.
why are they...
He's causing problem in Rivers. They should address the issue between him and the governor. This is what we have told them to do that they failed to do. You know how Wike became so powerful in the party because at a point he was the one tackling the ruling party.
Exactly. We know all that.
So many of them gravitated towards him because they saw him as a rallying point. He was the one, he would call a press conference, he would attack the ruling party. Today, he has become so strong, he is using his resources.
Even while still not fully in the party. Because as far as
he's concerned, he has not left the party.
Wike today is...
We thought, you remember when we interviewed him? Yes. I asked the question, I said, what if they send you packing? He said they should do it.
If they can't.
He challenged them to do it.
In fact, that is the reason why I'm saying that all those guys who are in PDP are...
leave them alone.
I mean,
some of the governors that should actually even rise up against him, they are his friends.
Right.
So who are the people who will cast the first stone?
Okay.
Is it your governor?
The G5.
Okay.
Is it your governor who is still in PDP? Is it the one who cast? Is it his friend in Adamawa, his very good friend, Fintiri? Is it the one who will first stone him?
I mean,
there's a dilemma, no doubt about it. So that's why I'm saying, let us see what even will happen at that convention.
So that is
will Wike stay away from
is he going to attend the convention?
Right.
As long as he's concerned. You know, he said something. He said he told his party that he wanted to work for Asiwaju, and they told him go and work.
No problem.
Abi?
So what is the future for the PDP at this point? What's the future of the PDP?
No, of course the future is bleak. If you cannot
it's very, very unfortunate.
You can't play your role as an opposition
at all.
Effectively. Then your future is bleak.
They've dropped the ball long ago. And
it's not prepared to leave the party. It's not prepared.
And they're not prepared to send him away.
So he said he took permission to go and work for Asiwaju now. He said he took permission from his party.
So
and they granted the permission.
It's like a bat now. It's neither an animal nor a bird.
All right, gentlemen, that's where we have to wrap today's edition of the show. Thank you so much for bringing your thoughts to bear. And quite an interesting conversation I would say we had on this very issue. DK, Obamati, and Collateral, thank you so much for your insights as usual. And Olayin, thank you for your controversial inputs as well. Well, that's about it on Journalist Hangout today. Thank you so much for being a part of it for another episode of the program. Join us again tomorrow. And you can also watch a repeat broadcast of it tonight at 11. You can also join us on Sunday from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. We are also on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Esther Mopariola. Bye for now, and God bless Nigeria.
Now, what thing they do, my pikin?
Now, fever where your pikin gets. And as they had them to swallow something, now because of tetanus infection, for this wound where she gets so. Tetanus now serious disease.
See my Fatima now. Not just 14 years old. This pain too much for her.
But to all this wahala for no happen, it is say she take her tetanus vaccine.
He don't collect all her injection that time when she be small pikin.
Pikin and big people them suppose collect booster doses too. Booster, they help maintain your immunity against all this yama disease, where feed they serious or even threaten life, then they give long protect for immunity.
They don't tell me, but I know here. Now, I go follow Uno Road.
Pikins and big people them supposed to collect vaccine for diseases like tetanus, hepatitis, COVID, polio, measles, and other nyama disease them for continue protect. Visit any health center to sabi the kind vaccine when you supposed to take for your age. Make you call 7722 for more information.
The following is a paid presentation by ShopX TV. Today, there are many complex, boring, expensive, and useless exercise machines in the market. Or you pay over 400,000 naira a year for gym membership and never go. ShopX TV is proud to introduce Total Crunch Evolution, the compact, versatile fitness solution that is perfect for you. With Total Crunch, you get a complete fitness workout in one machine.
Say goodbye to ineffective and complicated exercise machines. Now,